Well, we're here at Karaka now, and I'm privileged to catch up with Mr. Mark Purdon. Hello, Mark.
G'day, Paul.
You like that part, the Mr. Mark Purdon, didn't you? Friday afternoon here at the Yearling sales. Got a great vibe, got a great presence about it, this property, hasn't it?
Oh, it has. It's a wonderful complex. Certainly a greatest place to have a sale.
Yeah, it is indeed, and it's got a good feel. You get here early. This is, well, it's just on lunchtime, but you've been here for a good hour and a half prior to that on a Friday. I want to probably, I suppose, get the message. I'd love to turn around and ask you your top lots and that, and I'm not going to do that because you're in the business of trying to buy them. But how much work do you put into selecting yearlings at a yearling sale? I've got a rough idea how many farms you've been to prior to being here on site today, but how much work do you put in?
Yeah, well, it's quite extensive, I'd say, Paul, and it's always good just to come back. Like today, I'm coming back just sort of ticking my notes and making sure I've marked them correctly, and then tomorrow I'll bring Nathan along, and then we'll and I'll have a bit of a short list of the order I think I rank them in, and then go around with Nathan tomorrow and sort of have the lots that we'll be bidding on and selected.
I know you went to a lot of the farms before their parades. I presume you were at their parades. You may not have been. I don't know that. And then you're here today, and then there'll be a parade tomorrow, and you're going to have Nathan tomorrow. Do you ever get sick of looking at them, or do you just enjoy that side of it?
No, I do enjoy it. It's once a year. Probably if it was any more than that, you would. But you always enjoy the young ones and seeing them and going through their paces after they're broken in and bring them on. Like it's an exciting part of being a trainer is working with the young ones, and the yearling sales is very exciting.
I was looking at you here. You're looking at pretty much all of the horses, and I was watching you write down notes and that. You ever bought a horse that with all your ticks and crosses and everything, have you ever bought one that for some reason didn't fit into all your parameters, but you just liked him?
No, I don't know that I'd buy like that. They've sort of got to fit into the parameters. You have your guidelines anyway, but no, I don't. Probably in early years, but I think over time you become more critical and you have your guidelines that they've got to fit into.
I want people to understand that, because I think that's very, very important, because I'm sure you could get money from any owners or anything else like that if a horse went past. But if a horse goes past and catches you, but you look at your notes, you just say, well, it's not in those last 10 or 20 or whatever it is, you just say no. I think that's pretty cool, because that's where a lot of people get themselves caught out. I just like this one as it walked past. Gets them in trouble later on, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I think you can look at too many, and I think that's where that's where maybe a lot of the successes come from, just going in, knowing what you want to look at first. Sure, you'll get the odd one that a preparer might say, look, I'd like you to have a look at this horse and be well worth looking at. But overall, I think and it's part of the reason I'd rather just view them myself than go on the tours, is you just select the ones you really want to see, and they've always got a couple that they want you to look at too, but yeah.
You don't get that outside noise if you're there by yourself. You walk in there, you have a clean head, you can look at every horse for a start, and then the next time you go back you can sort of say, well, I didn't like that one the first time, and you, without people saying, oh, I really like this horse.
Yes, yeah, that's right. And I think the other thing is you're looking at a set number, and by the end of the day you know what you've looked at through the day, whereas if you're looking at a whole consignment or a whole day looking at yearlings, by the time you've looked at your last horse you're forgetting what the first ones look like.
No, I do think that is a problem with a lot of people, that they do have, and they get that white noise, if you like. Someone else says something to them and they get straight off it. One more question. What is your greatest buy? Not necessarily your best horse, but what would you, over the journey, I'll keep talking for a sec while I give you a minute, but which horse out of the yearling sales would you say you're most proud of purchasing and saying that was one of those good ones that give you that cheeky smile that you're getting right now?
Well, look, a horse like Don't Stop Dreaming, because he went through the first day and we bought him, and mainly bought that horse because I really liked the mare. But when he went back and we realised it wasn't that horse, and the actual horse that he was, I'd actually marked higher, so it gave me more confidence to buy, and I needed more money too, so consequently Ian Dobson and Dennis Studford came along and went in partnership.
So if anyone wants to know, there was two horses that went through the sales, and they just, for whatever reason, an innocent mistake, were the wrong two horses, and it was only when one horse went to get scoped and they read the brand, they were, we have a problem here. Now, you purchased Don't Stop Dreaming, but for a lot less than what you were. But the horse you bought as Don't Stop Dreaming's pedigree page didn't match. But you bought that horse purely off type, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Probably the influencing factor with him was the mother, and she was a very good mare that Barry trained, and I just thought, by Better's Delight, she's got to leave something that's okay, and we paid 120 for him on the first day, and as you say, when he was scoped and we realised it wasn't him, and then the horse that actually was him I'd actually rated much higher, so gave me more confidence.
And then you had to go back. What did you end up having to pay for him?
$250.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, which is one of those ones. I'm sure you're thinking we could have had him for that. Like if we hadn't got him scoped, you would have had, but it would have eventually caught up. So it's quite a unique story. The other horse in question, was he any good? Do we know?
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, not sure.
No, but anyway, mate, thank you. Good to have a quick chat with you. People will be saying, find out his secrets, find out. I have tried. I can tell you, I have tried numerous times to follow Mark around and film him and everything like that. He won't divulge them. Your strike rate is second to none, mate, and I really do appreciate it. And thanks for joining me here today.
Yeah, good, Paul.